And we are back live again. The time now is 1 o'clock. And if you're viewing at home, you are now watching Egypt versus Kenya live from the Devon Trusco Hockey Stadium, right here at the heart of Windhoek High. My name is Kalembire Shipura, known as Pinky, and my co-commentator is
Tawana Mutapati.
We are very amped up for this game. A lot is at stake for this game. Egypt lost their first game yesterday against Namibia, and Kenya drew their first game yesterday. So both teams definitely have something to work for in this game. So it's definitely going to be a high energy packed game. Or what do you think?
Yeah, most definitely, Pinky, because I think both these teams have something to play for today. Egypt having lost their first game last night, as you said, and Kenya drawing their first game against Zimbabwe yesterday. I think both teams definitely have something to play for.
There we see the kickoff has started.
The overhead all the way from the back from the captain, which is Mateus Omwaka. Yeah, Egypt started nice and slow from the back here, just passing it out through the defenders. Slow pace.
Taking it easy for the first few minutes. An overhead there from the back.
Overhead into Kenya's 23, but comfortably they get it up and yeah, all the way to the halfway line, and it's a free hit for Kenya. Number 42 here, Mateus Omwaka, the captain, will take his time there from the back and play it back to the 23.
Right there on your screen, you're seeing the rankings. Kenya is ranked number 4, leading with just 1 point, and Egypt is ranked number 5 there. They lost yesterday, so they don't have any points at the moment.
Yeah, quite an intense game for Egypt yesterday against Namibia. They scored first, and then Namibia came out of nowhere and clutched that game and ended up winning the game 3-1.
It was definitely a beautiful, beautiful game to witness.
Yeah, sensational stuff to watch.
You see there, Kenya is pushing right into the Egyptian circle.
From the 23, there you go. So joined with us today, we've got 2 officials. We've got Claudia Peter and Mr. Siyabonga Martins, ex-Namibian hockey player. And the reserve umpire is Haitam Salim.
From Egypt.
From Egypt, yes. Egypt will carry this from their half, from their 23, push it up their 23. Overhead just makes it into Kenya's 23, and they comfortably shift the gears up.
There's a free hit there for Egypt.
It kind of seems that Egypt have not much pressure this game. I mean, yesterday against Namibia, the tempo was quite high, but I don't know if it's the weather or if it's just because they are trying to take it easy today.
It seems like they might want to be taking it easy, read the game a little bit, not giving too much or give away too much early on in the game.
Yeah, definitely. They surely need some points on the table, because I think they're the only team so far that have no points, that are at the bottom of the table, and they were favorites to win this tournament at the beginning. So I think they do need to make a name for themselves and change up the gears a bit.
Definitely.
But Kenya as well don't seem very fazed by Egyptians' press. They also know that they have to take it easy and try and secure points for themselves as well. 1 point too little, because the team they drew against with yesterday, Zimbabwe, won their game against Zambia earlier today, just before this game. So
yeah, the pressure is definitely on there for Kenya to want to win this game as well.
Definitely.
See, the tempo is very, very calm in this game compared to the previous game that we just watched.
Yeah, it is. Maybe I guess it's, as I said earlier, the weather. I think it is quite hot.
Beautiful straight hit there by the captain from Kenya. Quick interception there by Egypt. Beautiful run there.
It's, by Mr. Basil as he pushes up into Kenya's circle.
And he goes for the foot there. That is Ahmad.
The first short corner of the game conceded by Kenya and for Egypt.
Will Egypt materialize this penalty corner?
Yeah, what's interesting, Pinky, we saw them practicing their short corners earlier, and I think they seemed pretty decent when they were just getting into the rhythm of doing their short corners.
Yeah.
So hopefully they execute and get the first goal of the game. Yeah, just a second here while Kenya get their face masks and their padding ready to defend this short corner against Egypt.
You see there, the captain from the Egyptian side is pushing out the ball. Kamal.
Just 2 crosses there for Egypt. Straight push and a flick right into Kenya's stick.
Attempted drag flick there, right into the stick.
And another short corner for Egypt. I think they're having some trouble with their face masks here. They're not as secure as they're supposed to be, so
Yeah.
they're just a little bit of a switch for the captain.
There we see the Egyptian captain pushing it out again. 2 castles at the top. Switch there.
Bit of a variation.
Goalkeeper was honored. Great save there by the goalkeeper.
So a bit of a variation, and I think they will take the long corner. Egypt will gladly take the long corner. Weak pass there from the left to the right side. Finds Kenya's defender's stick.
Quick turnover there by Egypt right at the top of the circle. And
They're still going.
it's another penalty corner there for the Egyptian side.
So officially the third short corner of the game, and it is still on Egypt's side.
See if Egypt will materialize this one.
Yeah, they do say third time's a charm, so let's hope that they can convert this short corner and get
Have
some
a
points on the scoreboard.
Yeah. There the captain is taking it again. We have 2 castles there set up again at the top of the circle.
Hopefully they can change their short corner variation and try and catch Kenya by surprise. Straight push.
Straight drag.
Ooh.
Shy of the goalpost there.
Just
Very
goes
close.
wide. Yeah, very close shot. Just goes wide, unfortunately missing the target. But Kenya will happily take the 16 from the back here and push up their players and get on an attack. Yeah, quick short passes, 23. The captain, Mateus, gets it, doesn't see a viable option up in front, but he passes it back. Bit of a sloppy pass there from Kenya right into the stick of the Egyptian player.
There you see some great run there.
Egypt quickly to get the ball and get
Right
things
into
rolling.
the D. Beautiful save there by the goalkeeper. Whee.
Whoa.
That definitely warrants for a card. It just goes off with the clean warning from the umpire.
You know, that was a bit of an unnecessary hit from the Kenyan defender, but I guess defense by all means. I got to get that ball away.
Yeah. There you see the captain, Matthias.
A couple people calling up in front. He sends an overhead into Egypt's 23. Comfortable interception, but back in Kenya's possession. As they drive into Egypt's 23.
Beautiful run there by Brian from Kenya.
He gets the free hit, sends an overhead into the 23. Ends up bouncing back into the halfway line, but they comfortably bring it back into Egypt's 23. Oh, a little bit of some showcasing. 4th official short corner of the game, and it goes Kenya's way.
First short corner there for Kenya. Let's see what they have, what type of variation they have in their penalty corners, and we'll see if it will materialize into a goal.
Okay, a little bit of short discussion for Kenya here while Egypt just get their padding and their masks ready. And the pusher for Kenya today is Mr. Frederick Ochieng. Gets nice and low. Hopefully they can execute this. Egypt had 3 chances. Hopefully Kenya can execute on their first one.
Straight shot
Oh! And a beautiful drag flick from Kenya.
from the captain himself, Matthias Mwaka. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Great execution, great precision.
Yeah, a beautiful goal from Kenya, but who else other than the captain himself, Mr. Matthias Omwaka? Beautiful trap, beautiful flick from the top of the circle.
What a goal.
Beautiful stuff from Kenya. First chance, first goal, and we restarted 1-0. Kenya 1, Egypt 0. Just waiting for the call from the umpire, but yes, Egypt started from the middle.
Taking it easy there at the back. Looking up to see if there's any opportunities up front. Sends it right across.
Couple back and forth passes here in Egypt's 23. It just makes it halfway, and yeah.
Intercepted there by Kenya. Beautiful tackle there. It's turned over there. It's in the Egyptians. Again, another turnover there by Kenya. We're seeing really, really great ball control there from the Kenyan side.
Yeah, Egypt, Mr. Mohab is wondering why the free hit was given against him, because he, in his mind, was in the right there, but unfortunately it's been given to Kenya's way. Okay, centre back comfortably takes it to the right, looks up for some options. Kenya play through the middle, beats
Great
1,
pick
beats
up
2. Missed pass there by Kenyan player. Oh,
Beautiful opportunity there for Egypt.
and a beautiful shot from Egypt.
We see our first card there.
Green card for one of Kenyan's players here for a missed tackle earlier.
First green card there, and it goes to Kenya.
A bit of a mistrap here for Egypt, but they'll happily collect. Kenya will happily collect and go right into the attack. But that interception straight into the Egyptian stick. But Kenya regained possession quickly.
Another interception there by Siad. A few 1-2 passes there at the back, looking up. Quick overhead.
Interception by Kenya's player. He just plays it out, attempt to defend it. But yeah, Egypt will take it from the line. Egypt's quite cool and calm with the passes back and forth amongst their players. They're not really phased by much.
There you see on your screen, Omwaka Matthias, the captain, was the receiver of that green card that we saw earlier on.
Yeah, unfortunately, the goal scorer and the captain himself is just going to step out for a couple of minutes, but he'll be back on the field shortly. Just a green card for him.
Few minutes to take a breather.
Catch his breath, hopefully. Kenya are currently playing with 10 men on the field, but they seem to be controlling everything very well. The passes in between themselves, no pressure. It's surprising that Egypt aren't pressing quite high here, knowing that they've got the extra man advantage, but they know somehow, some way, Kenya will make a mistake, and they'll get possession, hopefully before the captain gets back on the field.
An overhead there right into the Egyptian circle, but it is intercepted.
Cool and calm by Egypt number 28, Mr. Mohamed Eldalash.
who is actually the youngest on the squad. He's just 17 years old.
17, yeah. If you're young enough, if you're good enough, you can be young or old enough. He's showing us,
Definitely.
yeah, his hands, his skills all the way from the back there, beating 1, 2, 3 Kenyan players from the back there. Egypt are playing a bit of a possession game here, trying to make that one good pass that will allow them a good circle penetration, and hopefully get them a clean shot on goal.
Bit of a sloppy pass there. Straight
Whoa,
into the
to the
circle.
circle. A bit of an abstraction there by the Egyptian players. They were all running for the same ball, which caused them to lose lose the advantage there. So now Kenya will happily take the free hit from their
There you
16.
see on your screen, Egypt has had 4 shots on target and Kenya 1. And Kenya has confidently scored that 1 shot they had. Circle penetrations there, you see Egypt has had 5, Kenya 1. And ball possession 55% for Kenya, 44% for Egypt.
If you hadn't noticed, the Kenyan captain, Mr. Mateus, is back on the field now. So he has served his time out of the field, but now he's back in action.
Yeah, and just a few minutes ago we saw the penalty corners. Egypt had 2 and Kenya had 1.
2 minutes to play here in the first chaka, and at the moment the standings are Kenya 1, Egypt 1, Egypt 0, my bad. Yeah, Egypt unfortunately had 4 shots but couldn't convert any of them. Kenya had the 1 shot there, had the 1 shot corner, the 1 shot, and they took advantage of it, and they would have gone
There you
1 goal
see
up.
the Kenyan captain back on the field.
Oh, what a pass. Oh, it just oh,
Beautiful execution
equalizer.
there. What a beautiful goal. An equalizer there for Egypt.
Mr. Abdelarham with the assist. Yeah, and then converted by Mr. Basil, number 11. Yeah. Apologies there. Mr. Abdelarham was the Mr. Abdelarham Kassem was the goal scorer. The assist came from Basil, number 11. And as it stands, yeah, Egypt 1, Kenya 1. It took them 5 shots to finally get a goal.
Yeah. But you could see the sigh of relief right there once they were able to get it to the back of the net.
It was good looking from the Egyptians. He didn't even have to look up to know that he'd have a player down there, but he just instinctively knew that his other forward would make the run.
Yeah.
So he made the blind pass with hopes that he would be there, and he surely was. And just a quick tap in from him and allowed them the equalizer. Seems like Kenya are starting to feel the pressure now, and Egypt are starting the high press now, pressing all the way up front of Kenya's half. Yeah, with less than 2 minutes to play, both teams here would be happy to go into the dugout for the first chukka break and then talk to their respective coaches and then talk strategies and change things up a bit.
You see there a very beautiful run there from the Kenyan side by Mr. Brian. Seems to be a foul there. Being taken by Mr. Hillary.
Mr. Hillary Kwalimwa. So yeah, Kenya recycle here all the way to their defenders back there, but they'll happily. Egypt are back on the attack. A bit of a sloppy pass here from Mr. Mohamed Ghanem, but yeah, Kenya regain possession and they go back on the attack. Unfortunately, a bit of a mistrap by Mr. Kit. Mr. Kit Garner doesn't really get it in his doesn't really get balls to stick. The ball just goes for an Egypt 16. Yeah, about 20 seconds to go. I think both teams will be happy to go into the dugouts,
Yeah,
have a sip of
definitely.
water, and just rethink strategies, change some things up a bit.
See there, counting down the seconds for the first chaka. And we just concluded the first chaka right there, and our score is 1-1. Egypt 1 and Kenya 1. So we'll definitely be looking forward to see what changes will be brought forth there in the second chaka, and if there will be a change in the tempo from both the teams. The pressure is definitely on to win this game.
Quite an interesting first chaka, hey Pinky, with both teams scoring in the first chaka. Kenya scoring first and Egypt equalizing about 2 minutes, 12 minutes into the first chaka. So good, quick highlights there for you. A couple of the short corners that Egypt had.
Beautiful save there by the goalkeeper. Quick on his feet as well. Low and then jumps right up. There's another penalty corner there.
And the one that just goes wide, unfortunately. A relief from Mr. Joseph, the Kenyan goalkeeper. Couple of good saves from him as well, Mr. Joseph. He kept his team afloat. Unfortunately, with that one that he kind of was beaten on his near post, but that's okay. He'd be happy with his performance in the first chaka, I would say. Having saved 5 penalty corners from Egypt.
There's that beautiful shot by the captain from the Kenyan side. And then we see that
the shot that was saved by him, the man himself, Mr. Josephat. Then again, here is the goal by Egypt. And yeah, we are about to resume for the second chunk of the game. If you are joining us today, it is a warm and sunny but cloudy day in Windhoek. Our fixture for the day is Kenya and Egypt.
And we are right here at the heart of Windhoek at the Devon Trusco Hockey Stadium. So come out and come show out some love here for the Junior Africa Cup. You are now watching Egypt versus Kenya under 21s going head to head.
And our upcoming fixture after this is none other than the host country themselves, Namibia. They take on South Africa in the women's division. It will be quite the derby to watch. So if you are in Windhoek, if you are in Namibia, please come down to Windhoek High School. Come back the girls as they take on South Africa at 2 o'clock. Kenya on the attack.
A circle penetration there, but Egypt is able to get it out.
Egypt, quick counter attack. It's him again, number 11, the man, Mr. Basil, who provided the assist. The call from the umpire there was the ball has to be resting before being played. He can't just play the ball while it's in motion.
They see another opportunity there.
The good backhand shot by an Egyptian player, but unfortunately it did touch the wrong side of the stick, which allows Kenya to take it from their 16, a free hit for them.
That was definitely also a close call there for an injury. Dangerous position to be in as a player.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm not mistaken, I think he did hit the head of the Kenyan defender, but he seems unbothered. Just stood up and kept on playing.
Overhead there.
An interception by Kenya. Good job by them. Kenya on the attack here. They make it into Egypt 23. Circle penetration by Kenya here. Unfortunately, it gets intercepted by Egyptian defender. They lose possession. Here go Egypt on the attack.
Right, plays it right into the Kenyan player's foot. It's a free hit there for Egypt.
Yeah, good defense by them. Unfortunately, he just did find his feet, but yeah, Egypt will happily start it there by the line. It kind of seems to me that most of the pressure is coming from the coaches that are standing here by the dugout more than the players
Yeah,
themselves.
you can definitely hear them chanting there in the background, some directions and so forth. So there's definitely pressure coming from the bench.
Interception by Kenya. The quick counter attack. Send it forward. Yeah, there goes number 23, Mr. Isaac Wanjawa from Kenya.
There we see a clash there in the bodies. There's a free hit there for Kenya.
Oh, Kenyan captain easily beats one player. Goes past two, go past three. Gets the foul, and Kenya will happily take it. But then there's a card here now for the Egyptian player. I believe it's for the stick hit, the deliberate stick hit on Kenyan's captain.
Definitely a terrible stick hit there. So he got a yellow card. Sorry, he got a green card there. Here we see the Kenyan captain straight into the circle.
And yeah, second short corner for Kenya. They converted their first one. Let's see if they can do it again. And up their advantage here and make it 2-1. Some discussions going on here by Kenya as Egypt put on their helmets and their face masks.
See what the strategy is going to be for the Kenyan side. Two castles set up right at the top.
Oh, a bit of a mistrap here by Kenya. Fortunately, they do not capitalize on this chance that they've been given.
But they managed to get a foot to get another penalty corner so that they can retake. Two castles at the top.
Good drag
flick again, and it goes high right from the captain there.
It's quite a good push by Kenya here. Unfortunately, the drag flick just went a bit high off over the post.
There you see on your screen, Kamal Said received a green card. The score is still 1-1, and we are in the second chaka.
With Kenya getting first blood here early on in the first chaka, and then Egypt briefly getting their equalizer just as the first chaka ended. But yeah, as we said earlier, both these teams have something to play for. It would blow very much for Kenya to get another draw in the tournament, and I guess Egypt will also be very disappointed by a draw, as they lost their opening game, and this is their second game of the tournament.
Yeah.
Nice and calm from Kenya here in their 23. Just go past the 23 as they go towards the halfway line. Nice turn here by Kenya. Good 1-2 between him and the captain.
Straight shot right into the circle.
Just needed a touch there in the circle from one of the Kenyan forwards, but unfortunately it goes for a long corner as the keeper saves it. But Kenya quick into it, back into gear, into the circle again.
There's another opportunity right there. Beautiful save by the goalkeeper. Intercepted, top of the circle. Kenya taking another shot, misses. Beautiful save by the goalkeeper there. What a shot, what a save. Kenya is still pushing right into the circle.
Oh.
And again, misses an opportunity to score right there.
Unfortunately for Kenya, the one forward shot just goes wide, missing the target. And yeah, Egypt will take the 16 here.
Goalkeeper there definitely has to pat himself on the back, because those are some beautiful saves there that we just witnessed from the box on the Egyptian side.
Yeah, the goalkeeper himself, Mr. Mohamed Gernadi, he's keeping his team at bay here. Egypt going to Kenya's 23 with hopes of a circle penetration. Fortunately, the foul goes against Egypt in Kenya's favor here. So yeah, Kenya will take the free hit in their 16.
We see their back and forth there at the back between the Kenyan defenders. Regrouping, looking up for a shot up front.
A long pass just ends up going out of the field there, and Egypt will take the 16.
See some pressure there from the Kenyan side. Where we see the umpire showing that there must have been a collision there, pushing. So it's a free hit there for Egypt. Intercepted there by the Kenyan side, Kenyan captain.
Interception by Egypt, which means they kind of switch play here. Unfortunately, Egypt lose possession of the ball there over the line, allowing Kenya to take it over the line into their circle, over the 23 to the halfway line. Foul from the Egyptian player allows Kenyans to take it just shy of the halfway line.
6 minutes left into this quarter. Beautiful receive there at the top, and it falls right into the Egyptian stick. There we have on your screen 5 shots from Egypt into the circle and 4 shots from Kenya. We have 6 circle penetrations from the Egyptian side and 4 circle penetrations from the Kenyan side. Ball possession is still in favor of Kenya with 53%, 49% to Egypt. So Kenya is still really holding on to the ball here. There we have penalty corners. Kenya has managed to have 3 penalty corners. Egypt with just 2 penalty corners.
Egypt player is wondering what he's done wrong as the umpire reaches out for his cards.
There's an indication there of 5 minutes. Egyptian player will be off for 5 minutes. Basically, the rest of this chaka. Egypt is going to be short of 1 player.
Yeah, I think given this, the Kenyans should take full advantage of this and play the high press since they've got the one-man advantage.
Definitely.
Bit of a miss hit by Kenya here, which allows an interception by the Egyptians, but the Egyptians lose possession just shortly after that. Oh, trouble in paradise here as Kenyan player goes rolling down on the floor.
There you just last saw the yellow card for Mohab. A quick replay of what transpired there. A deliberate shove right there of the player.
The argument from the Egyptians here is that the Kenyan player just turned into the path of the Egyptian player, but yeah, he seems to be down for the count, unfortunately. Requires some medical attention.
There definitely seems to be physicality.
Yeah, tempos are definitely rising in this game here. As you can see now that both teams are realizing that the time is running quite short and there something needs to change as they are both tied at 1-1.
Definitely. The tempo is running high. Tensions are definitely getting higher.
Yeah, evidently. And yeah, substitution.
There we see Charles, number 25, was substituted.
Yeah, and a few other rolling subs came in for Kenya now as some fresh legs. Hopefully they can change things now here with the extra man advantage.
Straight hit, intercepted there by Egypt. Kenya still manages to take a hold of the ball right at the top of the circle. Egypt gets it out of their circle. Another turnover there. Kenya in possession of the ball.
Oh, a fierce tackle here by
Beautiful
Egypt.
tackle there by Egypt.
Mr. Mohammed Hassaneem just gets round the Kenyan player's body just to get the ball there. Good tackle from him.
Free hit there for Egypt from outside, shy of the halfway line.
Egypt looking for options here. Mind you, they do have one player less, so options are a bit limited for them. But yeah, they'll try and make the most and keep possession and not lose their composure. Yeah, warm sunny day here in Windhoek, 26 degrees Celsius, and the real feel shade just running at 24 degrees Celsius. So nice and warm for the players here today in Windhoek on a Saturday afternoon.
Here we see it's a long corner there for Egypt. If you're just tuning in, you are watching the Junior Africa Cup that is happening here at the Devon Trusco Hockey Stadium at the heart of Windhoek High. So if you are around and about in Windhoek and you'd like to come watch some great youngins play some beautiful field hockey, you are definitely invited to come show face.
Yeah, just a mere $30 entrance at the gate will grant you access to come watch some good hockey. Lucky for you, we've got games running all the way until 7 p.m. in the evening, so if you are free at some point of the day, please do pop in and come watch some hockey. Just about 3 minutes to go until halftime, and yeah, Egypt still have one less man, but they will definitely try and make the most with the 10 men that they have on the field.
There's another opportunity there.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Adel Haran just holds his head as no one finds the pass that he made across field there into the circle. But yeah, they keep trying, keep trying. Kenya will happily take it up.
I'm surprised Kenya is not taking advantage of the fact that Egypt is short of one man.
You would expect them to.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think they are feeling the pressure. Egypt are more turned on with knowing that they are one man down. So, bit of a miss hit, but it still finds another Kenyan player here.
Missed opportunity there for Kenya. It's going to be a 16 there for Egypt right at top of their circle.
In and out here by Egypt's number 4. Mr. Mohammed Hosni. Nice, cool, calm and collected.
A pick up there by Kenya.
Kenya just take it just over the halfway line there with a good diving interception there by Mr. Mohammed Hassim.
You see there, Kenya has penetrated the circle once again, looking for a short corner, and it has been granted.
Yeah, the other umpire just signals to his other umpire that it did definitely touch the foot of the Egyptian player. So just less than a minute to go. Kenya will have the last, probably the last short corner of the game, of the half. Sorry, and with hopes to try and double their lead here and make it 2-1 before half time.
See there, we have two castles set up for the Kenyan side, right at the top of the circle. The drag is coming from Mr. Frederick there. Straight shot by the captain, and the goalkeeper manages to keep it out of his box. And that is it for the second chaka in the first half of this game between Kenya and Egypt. Score is 1-1. Definitely an intense game there for both of these teams as they are trying to walk away with the win, especially for Egypt, who lost their first game yesterday to Namibia, and Kenya drew their first game yesterday against Zimbabwe.
Yeah, unfortunately, no goals in this chaka, but yeah, they've got a longer break now. Both teams will go back and just discuss a couple of strategies, talk of a few things, and hopefully change it up in the second half. Couple highlights here for you.
Yes, as you can see there on your screen, you have a couple of highlights there. Beautiful ball skill there from the Kenyan side there by Mr. Isak. There is another shot there, missed opportunity there that Egypt had to score another goal, and you can see the player Abdul there holding his head in frustration, realizing that there's nobody there to get the ball right behind the box. You see that these young boys are definitely fighting to get a win in this game, especially because goal differences will definitely play a huge role at the end. There on the screen you see the halftime statistics. You have Egypt goals 1, Kenya 1. Shots on target there, Egypt has 6 and Kenya has 5. Circle penetrations, both have penetrated each other's circles 6 times. Possession is definitely on almost equal levels there, with Egypt just 46% and Kenya 43%. Penalty corners, Egypt has had 2 and Kenya has had 4 penalty corners. Just there you see also Kenya has 1 green card, while Egypt has 1 green card and 1 yellow card. So as you can see, it's definitely a tight game there when it comes to the ball position. So both teams are definitely fighting to get a win. Right now you're watching the game between Egypt versus Kenya, and it's halftime live from the Devon Trustco Hockey Stadium here at the heart of Vintukai.
Tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. on NBC TV for Soccer Pitch, Namibia's premier football magazine show.
I spoke about myself, like I'm being bullied.
Currently, they're getting paid salaries that are better than some of the guys in the Premier League.
Yeah. How many competitive leagues do we have in the regions?
Football is business. And if you're not in for business, I think you need to get out.
Dive deep into the latest football headlines with expert analysis on fixtures, results, and issues on and off the pitch with us.
You must be able to meet specific minimum.
Okay.
I'm educating you now.
Sign the contracts in the night or in the day? The contracts are signed at night here.
Whether it's profiling star players, catching up with club administrators, or hearing from former football greats, Soccer Pitch brings you closer to the beautiful game.
Plus, we keep you in the loop with a touch
Of international flair.
with me, your host, Javita Kanjumbwa.
And me, Setan Nishidimbwa.
Don't miss out on your weekly football fix. Soccer Pitch has it all. Soccer Pitch. For the love of the game. NBC. It's ours. Behind every victory, there's a story. Behind every loss, a battle. This isn't just about the highlights, the trophies, or the roars of the crowd. It's about what happens behind the scenes, under immense pressure and in the shadows that few ever see. It's about uncovering the truths buried beneath the surface. This is Sport Uncovered, where we go beyond the headlines to reveal the hidden and untold stories of Namibian sport. This is not just about the athletes. Behind every performance, there is a system. Decisions are made by coaches, managers, owners, and administrators. These choices don't just influence games, they shape careers, shatter dreams, and define the future of the sport itself. Sport Uncovered digs deeper. We expose what happens behind closed doors, the challenges faced, and the dynamics that can make or break the game. This is about more than what happens on the field. It's about why sport happens and sometimes why it doesn't. No story is too small, no stone is left unturned. Sport Uncovered, where every move matters and every story.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Junior Africa Cup happening here at the Devon Trustco Hockey Stadium. Right now, we are witnessing Egypt versus Kenya. There you see the fixtures. Upcoming at 3 o'clock, we have the mighty Namibia going against South Africa. Definitely going to be a game to look out for. Followed by the Zimbabwean women against Namibia at 5 o'clock, and then closed off by Kenya versus Ugandan women at 7 o'clock. So we have a jam-packed field day full of beautiful young up-and-coming hockey players here from all over the continent. And right now we're about to kick off the game, second half between Egypt and Kenya. The score is 1-1.
Yeah, nothing but thrillers here coming in on your way here. Yeah, and we're kicking off the second half here. Egypt versus Kenya. Live from the Devon Astro here in Windhoek, at Windhoek High School. Scores are tied at 1-1, with Zambia scoring first and Egypt equalizing just before the end of the first chaka. Kenya. My apologies, Kenya. I apologize. But yeah, both of these teams had a good 5-minute break to rest and talk about things, have a sip of water, bathroom break, and get some electrolytes in.
We're seeing a bit of a high press there from the Egyptian side. They're definitely going to apply some pressure. The tempo is definitely different now. There's a lot at stake for both of these teams. Like we mentioned earlier, Egypt lost their first game to Namibia yesterday, and Kenya drew. So one of them is definitely striving to walk away with a win instead of a draw.
Yeah, most definitely. They both have something to play for, and that is no doubt there, because Kenya only have 1 point in the group, and Egypt have none, having lost their first game to Namibia, and Kenya drawing their first game to Zimbabwe. For a bit of a dangerous pass in there by Egypt, which allows a free hit from Kenya in their 16. So yeah, the Egyptians will retreat, turn and face, and yeah, and the Kenyans will take the ball up. Good connection with that hit there. Goes all the way across field.
There Kenya has an opportunity to penetrate the Egyptian circle. Beautiful turn there. Lands right on the Egyptian stick, and it is thrown out.
Yeah, such beautiful hockey from Kenya, end to end here, all the way from the back to the top of the circle here for Kenya. They're moving the ball pretty well, I must say.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely seeing more precision. This third chaka, the commitment, throwing the body on the line.
Yeah, the Kenyans will take it just shy of the Egyptian 23. Oh, a deflection pass here by Kenya. Doesn't find a Kenyan stick, unfortunately, but the keeper happily parries it out into the other side of the line. And Kenya will recycle the ball all the way to the back, and switch play to the other side of the field.
See the Kenya captain running into the Egyptian circle.
Kenya still as composed as they were in the first chaka, just calmly moving the ball around.
Right at the top of the circle, shy of the goalpost there. Missed opportunity by Kenya.
Yeah, a bit of a misclearance by Egypt there. Just finds the Kenyan forward, but then the Kenyan forward doesn't capitalize on the chance he was given. The shot just goes wide and allowing Egypt to take it up for a 16. And there's a replay again. Oh.
A shot taken there by Hilary.
Yeah, nothing but misfortune there for them. But yeah, and try again. As the scores are still tied at 1-1.
Overhead there by Egypt. Dangerous play there. So it's there for Kenya to take.
Yeah, the call there, I believe, was there was a contest from the Egyptian player, and did not allow the Kenyan player 5 meters as he controlled the ball in the air there.
There we see a counter take there by the Egyptian side, and they score. What a goal there.
By Mr. Mohab Hegab. Makes it 2-1 for Egypt.
There, Egypt has secured a lead. You see the goalkeeper there from Kenyan side, Mr. Joseph beating himself down there for that opportunity.
Mr. Joseph there just takes a knee, and then he just knows that he kind of let his team down, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the thing about the beautiful game. You concede some, you score some, and you might beat yourself up, but you pick yourself up again and you keep playing.
Most definitely.
And the Kenyans will restart here from the halfway line.
Our score now is 2 for Egypt, 1 for Kenya.
Kenya really quickly making it into Egypt's 23, but unfortunately just running the ball out of play here and allowing Egypt to take it from their 16 and push it forward. Quite intense and direct instructions coming in from the Egypt dugout from the coach here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear him, but we can hear him loud and clear.
Very loud and clear. Pushing out some instructions there onto his team.
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot translate any of the instructions as it's in a language that neither of us here understand, but I'm sure the players on the field are getting it loud and clear.
Definitely. There we see another beautiful run there by number 11, Mr. Basal, on the Egyptian side. Straight into the circle.
And Egypt will take the long corner here from the 23 of the Kenyan side. Interception here by Kenya. Good interception as he drives it out. And unfortunately, he gets a bit of an ankle tap and finds the floor. And this may seem like another injury for Kenya, I'm afraid, as the umpire has to stop the time and attend to the injury.
We're definitely seeing a change in the tempo. We're seeing Egypt has come in with a lot of energy in this third chaka, and seemingly they seem to be dominating this third chaka right now. Definitely the second goal has boosted their confidence.
Yeah, from the beginning of the second half, Egypt seemed very keen and very motivated to now press high and execute their passes much more efficiently. As you saw in the first half, they were a bit sloppy with their passes and with their shots on goal, but now I think they got a word or two from their coach and they've changed things around now. Fortunately, Kenyan defender has to seek medical attention as their physio just runs onto the field now to check him out. Here's the replay of the unfortunate event.
Oh, you see his ankle right there just dragged onto the field. Must have been really painful there.
Yeah, but just unfortunately a wrong footing from him here. And yeah, the players on the bench and the other Kenyan players just clap him off and as he finds his way out to seek medical attention. Beautiful overhead from Kenya here, makes it into the 23, the Egyptian team, and yeah, Kenya comfortably control the ball. Yeah, free hit for that for the foot outside of the circle. Oh, dirty play here by Kenyan's number 9, but I'm sure he didn't mean that, catching the Egyptian player's foot there, allowing him. But yeah, Egypt will take the free hit there. Egypt looking much more confident now in this half here, you know, more comfortable on the ball, more confident on the ball as well.
There you see a run there by Kenya, and it is stolen there by Mr. Mohammed there. Confidently manages to get it out of the corner.
but just catches the head of a Kenyan player while in that attempt, and seems like Kenya seeking more medical attention now.
Seems like Kenya is definitely having a lot of injuries in this game.
Yeah, it seems like Kenya are going through it. They're 1 goal behind, and they've lost, I think, 3 players now at this point due to injury, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better for them. Now we've had to stop time again for now the 3rd player for Kenya to seek medical attention. Just a replay of what happened.
Right there, you see the knock right there on the head.
Yeah, there was unfortunately the Egyptian player's stick found the Kenyan player's head there as he tried to flick it out of their corner.
Free hit there for Kenya. Manages to get it through the Egyptians' legs there. Another opportunity for a free hit. Again, another foul again. Right into the circle.
Kenya
There's a scramble there for the ball. Egypt manages to get it out of the circle, but
yeah, Kenya seemed very adamant here to try and get the ball into the circle and get a goal down. Switch of play there.
Straight into the circle. A missed opportunity there, and it's going to be a free hit there for Egypt. A 16 for Egypt at the top of their circle.
Sloppy overhead by Egypt here allows an interception by Kenya. The high press by Egypt is kind of catching the Kenyans off guard here, as they're running out of options. Good back and forth by the Kenyan defenders here to try and look for options. Up in front, finds one right in the middle there through the gate.
See there, Egypt throws in overhead.
Missed trap by the Egyptian player here allows the Kenyan player to intercept the ball. Kenya comfortably going through the gears here, trying to get as many circle penetrations with hopes of an equalizer. But yeah.
We have 7 minutes left of this 3rd chaka in the second half. You can hear the Kenyan goalkeeper shout some instructions there from the back of the field. Great interception there by the Kenyan side.
The high press of Egypt is matched here by Kenyans' determination to try and get an equalizer goal here.
See the Kenyans running it back just to stretch out the field. Great pick up there. Beautiful turnaround there.
Good turnover of play here by Egypt. They manage to relieve themselves of some pressure and take the free hit.
We see a pick up there by Egypt. Mr. Basim on the ball, hits it right into the Kenyan stick there.
Quite good hockey here by Egypt as they try and push for their third goal of the game, but Kenya seems to be on top of it defensively. Attempted popper over the stick here. Unfortunately, Kenya just equal it by.
Here we see a hit there by the Kenyan side. Moving into the back, captain. See, they're trying to stretch out the field there. Beautiful run. Sloppy hit there by the Kenyan. He is able to redeem the ball. Top of the circle. Preparation for a backstick hit there. And missed opportunity there. You see shots on target. Egypt has had 7 shots on target, while Kenya has had just 6 shots on target. And circle penetrations, Kenya has had 11, Egypt has had 9 circle penetration. Ball position still in favor of Kenya with 51%, and Egypt just having 48%. Penalty corners, Egypt has had 2 and Kenya has had 4 penalty corners right there. So statistic wise, you would say Kenya is dominating the game, but the score is telling us otherwise, with Egypt leading with 2, Kenya 1.
Yeah, Kenya definitely dominating possession here, but they're failing to get enough shots on goal here to try and equalize the score, because the Egyptian defense here kind of is keeping them out here, and the goalkeeper is just keeping them on bay.
See the Egyptian goalkeeper defender there. See, there's a free hit for the Kenyan side being taken by the captain.
Yeah, Kenya just push it forward by the captain here, just pushes it forward and finds it forward, but seems like all their efforts are being matched by the Egyptian defense here.
Definitely.
They have to hopefully change their attacking perspective here and try something that would work out in their favor.
The Egyptian defense is definitely holding their fort there, not allowing for any penetrations. Great pick up there by the Kenyan defender.
Kenya will pick up this and drive it forward, but yeah,
We're
a foul
seeing-
by Egypt.
We're seeing definitely good stick skills there from the Kenyan side.
Yeah, a good showcase of hands here down the channel, down the right channel here.
We see the yellow card going up for number 22 from the Egyptian side, and that is Mr. Ahmad.
Yeah, I believe he's questioning the umpire's decision here to give him a card because he believes he did nothing wrong, but cannot change the umpire's decision no matter how hard you protest once the umpire has blown.
Yeah, you see there, Kenya now has an opportunity to dominate there, as Egypt is short 1 man after Foda Ahmad received a yellow card.
This could be Kenya's chance here to get the equalizer, as they've got the extra man advantage. This has happened before in the last game, but Kenya did fail to execute and get another goal. But hopefully this time they can learn from that mistake and try and get another goal.
See the Kenya contesting that blow from the umpire.
Yeah, I think the blow there was that the Kenyan player came into the path of the receiving player who was initially meant to get it. So he just changed the projection. There we go, foot by Egypt allows Kenya the free hit, just shy of their 23.
We're about to round off the third Chaka in the second half of this game. And Kenya is fighting to get a ball to equalize before we go into the fourth and final Chaka of this game. And there you have it, a straight penalty corner there for Kenya. Will they be able to capitalize on this opportunity and score?
If you missed it, yeah, the first goal for Kenya came from their first ever short corner, so they would be hoping to repeat that same fate that they had with their first short corner and try and equalize the score for them. With about 10 seconds left to play, this could be the last play of the game, and yeah, let's hope they do capitalize from this and go into the last Chaka with a tied score. The captain a bit late to the party after receiving instructions from the coach on what to do, but hopefully after receiving the instructions they will execute it pretty well.
A setup there of two castles right at the top. Ball going straight to the captain, another drag flick, and it will be a long corner there for Kenya to take right at the top.
Good lifeline from Egypt there in their player.
And that is the end of the third Chaka. There seems to be a bit of a back and forth there between the Kenyan player and the Egyptian player.
Yeah, quite calm here from the Egyptian player as he apologizes quickly to the Kenyan player, but I guess the tension of feeling that you are behind in the game allows the Kenyan player to just be so furious with the other player and not allow him any chance to hear his apology, and he just wants to bicker back. But yeah, the referee just gets there in time and blows off the quarrel between them.
See there on the screen, you're seeing the score. Egypt is leading 2, Kenya 1, and that was the end of the third quarter. We will be heading into our fourth and final quarter of this game, and right now it is leaning towards Egypt taking the win today after their loss yesterday.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, it is Egypt versus Kenya in the second day of the Junior Africa Cup here in Windhoek, Namibia. And yeah, for you, we've got the last Chaka of the Egypt versus Kenya game that is about to start in about a minute, with Egypt leading 2-1.
And you're watching live from the Devon Trusco Hockey Stadium, right here at the heart of Windhoek High School in the capital city of Namibia.
Live and direct. Yeah, the players are just coming back onto the field now for the last, the final showdown of the second of their second game of the day, or second game of the tournament. And yeah, Kenya will be hoping to try and turn things around, and Egypt will be hoping to keep things the way they are in their favor. But yeah, we are in for the most entertaining last chunk of the game, with both teams having a lot to play for.
And there we go. We are now officially started with the fourth and final chunk of this game.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. This is a good exhibition of hockey here, with Egypt taking on Kenya in the Junior Africa Cup in Windhoek, Namibia, with Egypt leading with 2-1. This is the last Chaka that they are playing, and yeah, this is the final showdown for both teams here in day 2 of the Junior Africa Cup.
You see there, Egypt is a free hit right into the 24 half of the Kenyan side.
Yeah, Egypt just calmly going through the transitions here, but then it does meet the Kenyan player's stick, and they win the free hit.
See, somebody's getting a card there again.
And another card for Egypt here. I think they're kind of losing their discipline here, as this is, I believe, the 4th card that the Egyptians have had in this game. And here's just a replay of why. Unfortunately, Kenya just failed to capitalize on the opportunity they had with
What
another
a
shot on
close
goal.
call for Kenya there.
Yeah, close call indeed. They failed to make the most of it. Yeah, Egypt will take the 16. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there are 2 players down. And yeah, short of options, Egypt are at the moment. So
There we see Kenya pushing forward, trying to take advantage of the fact that Egypt is short of a man right now. And there you have it, a straight penalty corner there for Kenya. There you see on your screen, Mohamed Hassani has received a green card. Will Kenya capitalize on this opportunity or not?
yeah, this is the 3rd short corner that Kenya have got this game, and they'll be hoping to equalize the score here and make it 2-2. The reason for the short corner was not giving 5 upon receipt of the aerial ball that Kenya received.
See their missed opportunity there for Kenya, but they still.
Mr. Nierman took a bit long to take the short there as he had the chance there, but
There Kenya is desperately trying to get that ball for the back of the net, and they have secured another penalty corner. Perhaps they need to change their tactic or their approach, because clearly the attempts they've had now is not working at all for them if they want to get this draw.
I presume it was a bit of a one-hit wonder from Kenya with their first short corner going in. But hopefully now.
A drag flick attempt there.
Oh, and a goal for
it is
Kenya!
A goal there for Kenya. What a goal. Beautiful, beautiful goal there. Deflection off the goalkeeper's stick right into his own goal box.
Yeah, but a lovely tap in here from Kenya's pusher there, who just got the chance just to push it in goal and get the equalizer for them.
Yeah, you're about to see the replay of the goal. Deflection there, right off the goalkeeper's stick, right into his own goal box.
Smart work from the pusher here to just know where to put his stick in the direction of the goal and the deflection, just to make it over the line and equalize the score for them here.
There we have it. The score right now is 2 Egypt and 2 for Kenya. Now it's anybody's game with just 12 minutes left of this game. So the tempo is definitely on. The temperature is on to try and see who's going to score the winning goal.
And mind you, Egypt don't even have a full squad at the moment, as their one player has been sent off for an indisciplinary action here. So at the moment, Kenya have the extra man advantage, and hopefully they are aware of this and they can make the most of it and try and capitalize from
Beautiful
the chance
pick up there at the top of the circle by number 10 there of Kenya, inside the circle, flicks it right over the goalpost, and it's going to be a free hit there for Egypt.
Egypt feeling no pressure here from the back as they just casually change the ball, change direction of the ball and change side of play and try and make it into Kenya's half.
Kenya manages to steal the ball once again.
Yeah, I think half of this, for the first 5 minutes of this chaka, the Kenyans have been playing in the Egyptians' half. I don't think Egypt have had any circle penetrations this whole chaka. So they'll be trying to change that once they're back to full capacity in their squad.
You see the Egypt pushing forward. An overhead there. And it's a missed opportunity there for Egypt.
Yeah, beautiful overhead from Egypt. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on the chance. So as it stands, Egypt do not have a circle penetration in this chaka as of yet. Most of the game has been being played in their quarter and in their half. Hopefully they can change that.
Yeah, with Kenya dominating this fourth and final chaka. Here's another opportunity here for Kenya right on the top. And it is a goal. Beautiful goal there by number 10, Mr. Gideon from Kenya. A beautiful celebration there by the Kenyan goalkeeper. What an excellent execution and dominance in this quarter.
Kenya have turned things around here from trailing 2-1 at the beginning of the chaka to leading 3-2 with about 9 minutes to play in the last chaka.
There you're going to have a quick replay. Right, perfect positioning right at the heart of the goal box. Beautiful, beautiful execution. Simple and straightforward. You see the celebration there from the young Kenyan goalkeeper. See there.
Overhead across play, but doesn't find an Egyptian stick. But they do.
They managed to get the free hit. There you see Egypt. Stick tackle there. An opportunity there for Egypt. Kenya is definitely going to try to avoid any fouls in this half here right now.
Yeah, the Egyptian forward just looking for the feet of the Kenyan players in hopes of getting a short corner, but just goes through the play of the one Kenyan defender and allows the rest of the team here to reset.
See the Kenyan captain throw the overhead there, connects with a teammate right at the top of the circle of the Egyptians. Kenya still manages to hold on to the ball. We're seeing great skills here, great dedication and determination from these boys on the field.
Kenya will happily slow things down a bit because they are leading with a. They've got the 1 goal advantage, and with about 8 minutes left to play, they will be in no rush to try and speed things up at the reset. But Egypt, however, are going to turn up the tempo and then try and get an equalizer for themselves and try and get 2 goals in hopes of a win.
You would definitely hope that Kenya would not look to relaxing right now, because anything can happen in those 8 minutes if they try to relax with 1 goal difference.
Quick
Beautiful.
in and out there by Egypt.
We see there Egypt now knocking at the Kenyan doors, and they have secured a long corner there.
Some stiff muscles here from Kenyan's number 17 here, Mr. Matthew Momanyi. The Egyptians have the advantage here as they can take the ball from the 23 for a long corner and try to get a shot on goal and hopefully an equalizer for themselves there.
See their number 17 limping off the field. Seems to have had a muscle cramp there.
Yeah, Kenya definitely giving it their all. Blood, sweat and tears here with their 4th player now just making it out of the
quick
field
interception there by Kenya. Oh, right into the Egyptian shin. Oh, that must be really painful.
Yeah, player down here is the captain himself, Mr. Saeed Kamal. Unfortunately, Ball just catches him there on his knee, I believe, or on his ankle. Goes down with agonizing pain. Not so good for the Egyptians, as that's their captain. And I believe this is the first Egyptian player to receive medical attention in this game.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Definitely took a hard ball there.
It's a bit of a shame that it happens to be their very own captain that's down, holding his head in pain, as the medics rush onto the field just to go see what's wrong with him. And yeah, as it stands, it is Egypt 2, Kenya 3, and this is the last chukka of the game.
Just
With
6 minutes left.
Yeah, 6 minutes to 6 minutes to play, with both teams everything to play for in day 2 here of the Junior Africa Cup. And tomorrow we'll be taking a day break, and I think both teams would like to go into this break with the advantage for sure.
Here we're seeing the Kenyan side huddling in for a regroup to get some composure, perhaps re-strategize.
Yeah, it's a bit of a morale check here for them, and they're just restructuring now. I think Egypt are ready to keep playing, and unfortunately Mr. Saeed Kamal has had to leave the field with one shoe in his hand. Back in action now here. Egypt trying to make the most of this.
Another injured Egyptian player there.
Seems to me that Kenya here taking a couple more casualties in this this tie here, trying to lock things down here at the back. That is, I guess, the danger and the beauty of the game, you know, that you can catch some unfortunate injuries.
Definitely unpredictable injuries as well. It's going to be Kenya's free hit there from the line by the captain. It's going to go straight for an overhead there. See a bit of a body shove there from the Egyptian side. The captain there goes down and he receives a green card.
I think the captain here being a bit abusive to his powers here, as he just kind of tries to fake an injury. This is a physical game. And,
Yeah.
I guess he's just trying to milk every possible chance that he can from the back here, but unfortunately he ends up paying the price.
Beautiful run there by number 7, Mr. Vincent from Kenya, carrying the ball all the way onto the Egyptian side, into the Egyptian half, and he manages to get a free play right above the circle there.
A very good fight from Mr. Vincent Kasonga here. Mr. Vincent Wesonga, my apologies. He drives the ball very well from the 23 into the Egyptians' quarter here.
And it is a penalty corner there for the Kenyan men. Will they be able to use this opportunity to just sit comfortably at a score goal of 4-2?
There's good persistence here by Kenya with about less than 6 minutes to play. And they've got another short corner here. Hopefully they can get another goal on the scoreboard here and make it 4-2 for themselves and double the lead.
Someone on the Egyptian side there getting a green card, perhaps for the delay.
I guess he was being a bit mouthy towards the Empire, I guess. That's why he's received a green card.
I will say this is the first game I'm watching where so many cards are being dished out. There you see Kenya going in, and it's a straight shot at goals. Beautiful, beautiful, straight, simple goal.
Fortunately, Egypt paid the price here for being quite indisciplined here while they were defending the short corner, allowing them to only defend the short corner with only 3 players. And that's not so good.
You see a celebration there by the young under 21 team there of the Kenyan team. Very, very much excited about this goal.
Yeah, now as we stand this, as we see the scores now 4-2 in favor of Kenya. They were trailing at the beginning of this chukka here. It was 2-1 to Egypt, but now the Kenyans have just come into this chukka highly motivated, highly pumped for this. And now, as the score stands, it is 4-2 in favor of Kenya.
And they have definitely dominated this fourth and final chukka. As you can see, the spirits are definitely high.
Yeah, most definitely. You would say that Kenyans are, or Kenya is, they are the favorites to win this game, but things can just change. And a lot can happen in 5 minutes.
A lot can definitely happen in 5 minutes. So Egypt is definitely gonna push forward and try to see if they can get a goal.
Yeah, definitely. I think we saw the same day with Zambia and Zimbabwe in the earlier game, as Zambia were leading most of the game, 1-0, and then the Zimbabweans just turned it around and ended up winning that game 2-1. So yeah, that's the beauty of the game. You know, things can change anytime, any day.
We see it overhead there by the Kenyans. Well received there by Mr. Frederick, who manages to pass the 2 Egyptian players straight into the circle. Missed opportunity there. Egypt is able to clear it out of their circle.
Yeah, good composure there from the back. They managed to clear their lines, and the Kenyans can reset all the way here from the back and play around here as they are leading by 2 goals. And with about 4 minutes to play, they will be in no rush to take the ball forward.
See their shots on target. Kenya has had 9. Egypt has had 7 shots on target. Circle penetrations there. We've had 14 circle penetrations from Kenya, 8 circle penetrations from Egypt. Ball possession still in favor for the Kenyans with 52% and 47% for Egypt. So penalty corners there. Kenya has had 8 and Egypt has had just 2 penalty corners. So you can see that definitely Kenya has dominated this game by a mile.
Yeah, most definitely. From a statistics point of view, you
We
can
see
see
Egypt right there pushing into the circle and manages to get the goal right there. Very good shot there by number 11, Mr. Basal, and securing it again 3-4. And like we said, anything can happen in a hockey game. And right now you're seeing how easily the tables can turn.
Yeah, and as it stands for Mr. Basal here, he does have an assist and a goal, which is impressive stats from him here, as he did assist Egypt's first goal. And yeah, it is 4-3 to Kenya with about 3 minutes to play. Things can definitely take a change for the best or for the worst, depending on which side you stand on the spectrum.
You see that intercepted overhead there. And it's a free hit there for Kenya from the line. Egypt is definitely going to be applying some pressure onto the Kenyans with a goal difference of just 1 and 3 minutes on the clock. The tempo is definitely about to increase.
With about 2 minutes to play, Egypt are definitely going to be pressing high up, trying to get the equalizer
Another
goal.
circle penetration there from Egypt into the Kenyans circle. Kenya trying to compose himself there, manages to throw it out.
A very good overhead here from Kenya's defense. Makes it all the way into the 23 of Egypt, but Egypt's definitely going to keep trying and trying and trying to get that equalizer. It would blow very much for Kenya to get another equalizer of the tournament.
What a quick save there. Quick clearance by the Kenyan captain, high-fiving the goalkeeper. 2 minutes left out in this game, and the energy and the tension is definitely high between these two sides. And Egypt has been able to secure their third penalty corner in the game with just 1 minute and 50 seconds left of the entire game. Will they use this to equalize and just draw in this game?
As you can see earlier, the Egyptian coach had to leave the dugout just to shout some instructions to his players, as this could possibly be the last short corner for them, and they'd be hoping to capitalize from this. And as you can see, the top of the circle here, we've got Egyptian captain number 10 here, Mr. Saeed Kamal is back on the field after being injured just a few minutes before.
Here's a chance for Egypt to... And it's another retake there for Egypt.
Yeah, another short corner for them here as they try and fix things.
Kenya is definitely going to want to fight tooth and nail to get this ball out to prevent an equalizer. Quick switch up there, and he finds the back of the net, and just like that, we have an equalized goal there.
Mr. Zayad Salem equalizes scores, and it makes it 4-4.
Beautiful flick, beautiful drag flick there. You see the Kenyan goalkeeper beating himself down for missing that ball that just passed right through his gloves, I presume. There you have it, right in the middle of these gloves. What a beautiful goal there by the number 5, under 21 from the Egyptian side.
A bit of a sad story now for Kenya, as they were 2 goals up with about 5 minutes left to play earlier. Now the scores are tied at 4-4. Seems like the Kenyans here have lost morals now. They're mistrapping balls, and they've lost all motivation unless they're low on energy. But I think they just need to change their attitude and believe in themselves.
There we see Kenya pushing at the top there onto the Egyptian circle, and he manages to secure a penalty corner. Will it materialize? Will they be able to secure a win? What a game.
Yeah, indeed, Pinky. I mean, who would have thought Egypt would have scored 2 goals in less than 3 minutes?
In just a space of 2 minutes.
2 minutes. They've done such an incredible job.
Definitely.
And now I think what matters most now is cool heads and being calm and collected as they try and transition. And either one of them can end up winning this game.
Will Kenya be able to secure a win with this goal? Here's an opportunity cleared by the goalkeeper. Kenya gets possession of the ball again, back into the Egyptian circle, and it is wide.
Beautiful flick by the Kenyan captain, Mr. Matthias, but unfortunately it was equaled by the goalkeeper, and keeping them here tied at 4-4. This has been such a thriller of a game, an 8-goal thriller, split 4-4 by both teams here, and with about a minute left to play. Yeah, free hit here for Egypt as they takes it forward. Fortunately, the one Egyptian player got a knock into the stomach.
Just a few seconds left in this game. The score is 4 Egypt, 4 Kenya. Tensions are high as we are rounding off this game. Egypt is definitely trying to win this game after their loss yesterday against Namibia, and Kenya is trying to get a win as well after they drew against Zimbabwe yesterday. And just like that, the last horn has gone off, and it is a draw between Kenya and Egypt here, 4-4, but what a jam-packed game. What a game from these two sides.
Unfortunately for Kenya, this is their second draw of the tournament, and that means they only have 2 points now in the group. And for Egypt, they've just scored their first point of the whole tournament now, making it 1 point for Egypt as they kneel and as the Egyptians kneel and thank, and as I guess they are quite overwhelmed by this, by not having to lose any more points. But I guess they are quite thankful that they will leave this with 1 point to their names.
Yes, definitely, I agree. See some good sportsmanship there, handshaking as they walk off the field. I will just say stay tuned and stay stuck to your screens as we are about to have another so here we have some of the highlights from the game. Missed opportunity there by the Kenyan side, shy off the goalpost. Drag flick there, deflection, securing Kenya's second goal there. They came right off the goalkeeper's stick.
And yeah, that was another goal by Kenya here that just got them the lead in the third chaka. But yeah, as we finish off here, game number 4 of the day, it ends Kenya 4 and Egypt 4. Good display of hockey from both sides here.
See some great moments of celebration there from the Kenyan goalkeeper. Very aesthetic and excited. Beautiful clean shot there from the Kenyan side.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. Yeah, just a couple of highlights for you as we prepare for the exhibition of the day, I believe, with South African men taking on the Namibian men.
It's definitely gonna be a one game not to be missed there. It's definitely a game I won't be missing. Right now, as you're seeing on your screen, we have the statistics for the full-time game. The score was 4-4 for Egypt and Kenya. Shots on target, both teams shot 10. Circle penetrations there, Kenya had 15, Egypt had 11. Ball position, full-time there. We see Egypt was able to gain some upper hand there with a 51% to 48% for Kenya. Penalty corners, Kenya was able to get 10 penalty corners and Egypt just 4. As we're looking at the cards there, we see Egypt had 3 green cards, 2 yellow cards, and Kenya had just 2 green cards. So it was definitely a jam-packed game there between the two sides, walking away with a draw.
Yeah, on a statistics point of view, it seems to me that Kenya did dominate, except for on the possession part. As you can see, they're also quite disciplined. Egypt getting 3 green cards and 2 yellow cards, and Kenya only conceding 2 green cards and no yellow cards at all. But for most of the game, I think Kenya had the best of the possession. Just unfortunately, towards the end, they lost out, and then possession ended up going in Egypt's favor.
Yeah, definitely. It was most definitely a beautiful exhibition of hockey. And I would just like to say you are watching live from the Devon Trusco Hockey Stadium here at Windhoek High. You are watching the Junior Africa Cup taking place with different countries from across the continent.